5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Deducter bringing you the winners match of the OSL Ro24 Group F. We have Baby versus Free in this game. Looks like Free is the purple Protoss at the 5 o'clock position, and Baby is the teal Terran at the 7 o'clock position. And there we see a shot of Free, one of the older pro gamers around, versus Baby, quite possibly still the youngest, although at 16, perhaps there are new players who are younger than him at this point. Baby, I believe, still holds the record for the youngest gamer to get a pro gaming license at 13, I believe it was. So that is a very young age. Both players with somewhat unfulfilled potential here, although I fear Free's best days are likely behind him at this point. But Baby, still young, he can still achieve some greatness if he sets his mind to it. Here's hoping for a good game of StarCraft on the map Gladiator. Nothing too much exciting to say about these two players. I believe that Free is actually best against Terran in his matchups. If Free's record is 57%, he's actually a fairly winning player. Certainly in the Pro League, he's very good, which is not unusual, of course, for many players are good in the Pro League, but terrible in the individual leagues. Some are, I don't actually think there are too many players who are the reverse. Bisu is could be a bit notorious in that regard. Anyway, Free, his best matchup is against Terran. It is 56%. He's got 55% win rate overall, so that's very respectable, especially considering that he has not been performing too well in recent times. Interestingly enough, it looks like Baby has opted not to try to set up any sort of blockade here. Free scouting cross maps, by the way, not going to find Baby for now. Interesting to note that pylon on the low ground, the gateway on the high ground, that's kind of cute. Now, just to get forces out a bit faster there for Free. After all, if the Protoss gets boxed into their main by a Terran with tanks up their lift, it's over their natural, it is over at that point. So, if you lose natural on this map against Terran, it is GG anyway. It does appear, though, interesting that Baby has not tried to set up any sort of blockade. It is important to note, of course, that the natural is on high ground on this particular map, sort of like reverse tempo from back in the day. Still, Baby is going to show his hand here to Free. He's not going to do too much to be able to stop Free here until he gets a Marine out to try to fend away that probe, but the Zealot coming out here might actually present some trouble for this particular Marine. If Baby is not careful about his micro, he could very well end up losing a few Marines or possibly even SCVs. Free managed to rally 2 Zealots here to Baby's base. Only one is here. A second one is already en route. He's going to start harassing this SCV building in the factory, and the longer the SCV in the factory is delayed, the more worthwhile this particular harass has been. And Baby cleverly there with Marines splitting up, chasing away, one leading the Zealot on a merry chase, and a second Marine there perhaps going to try to assault the Zealots, but 2 Zealots out now. They might catch these Marines, going to catch one of them and destroy it, almost catching a second one, but Baby ducking between the supply depot and the barracks. That's a very cool trick by Terran players, by the way. Zealots are too big to fit between the gaps between Terran buildings, whereas Marines are just small enough to be able to achieve that. Zerglings can also do that. And the other Terran infantry, I believe, are the only units in the game who can do that. Maybe like Brewlings or something, but you never really see those anyway, so I believe those are the only units that can do that. Oh, in addition to, of course, looks like these Marines getting assaulted here on the front by a single Zealot doing massive damage, I have to say, considering that there were 4 Marines, and Baby really showed no micro there at all. That was rather foolish. Free going to be able to go into the main here and see what's going on. Nothing out of the ordinary is going on at this point, but anyway, as I was saying, I'm pretty sure that those are the only units that can fit through the gap in the Terran buildings. So it looks like the machine shop here is finished for Baby. Actually, that was finished earlier. Let's see what he upgrades first, Mines or Siege Mode. If he doesn't get Siege Mode, he risks getting quite a bit of pressure put on his bunker in the front. Free already with the Nexus going down. He's managed to build a few Dragoons here, stopping Baby's Scout from going into his base. Always a good move. Proactively preventing scouting is never a bad thing to do here. On the other hand, we have a command center almost finished here for Baby, so both players playing the standard normal pace of expansion build. I should just say normal type builds, and nothing too unusual. Baby with the tank out already, Free opted not to really try to put on any sort of early pressure. He is going to try now. It does appear that Baby has not gone for siege mode. He is going to try to micro his tank against... Okay, he has gone for siege mode, and he's going to be able to ward away this particular attack. He's got 2 tanks out now, so nothing Free can do to assault the front at this point. Free has the robotic support bay, the robotics facility up. He's getting the observatory as is usual. You almost never see robotic support bay anymore. I guess I said it in the hopes that Free might perhaps put that down. He has opted not to at this point, and if he doesn't put it down soon, it means he's not going Reavers, which I think Reavers can still be an asset in PvT if employed correctly. They can still be an incredibly annoying harassment tool. And certainly even the threat of a Reaver with shadowing it is often enough to keep the Terran in his base for a bit, or at least sow some doubt. And the longer the Protoss can prevent the Terran from pushing out, and the longer the Protoss can secure more expansions around the map, the better off the Protoss player will be. It looks like a starport coming out here for Free. Starport coming out here for Baby. Rather, Stargates are for Free, and surely he's probably thinking of building a Stargate for Arbiters anyway. But interesting to note that Baby has put us... It's not really a proxy starport, it's a hidden starport at the 12 o'clock position. I'm not quite sure what the purpose of hiding his starport at this point is. There's no real reason, unless he's going for like science facility with Ghost or something, and he wants to hide the tech. But... well, no, he's getting control tower. Maybe he just wants to get a dropship out without Free knowing, but it's not like Free... Well, Free could send in his observer and see everything, but I'm just not sure he's going to be able to catch Free unaware. Who knows? This may yet pan out here. When Free sends the observer into the Baby's bases, he's not going to see a starport, so he may very well assume that no possible drop could be coming his way. That has to be the purpose of Baby putting down that starport at the 12 o'clock position. And you can see this observer taking a peek around here in Baby's base. So this is very well... this could very well work out. Baby's already positioned 4 vultures in the middle of the map for a drop. He's getting ready to execute a drop here, it looks like. So this may yet prove to be a move of brilliance by Baby. The only thing he needs to watch out for is not getting his vultures spotted out by those Dragoons, for instance. Or maybe he's scouting around for the Dragoons. But now it looks like Free with an observer going to catch the shadow. No, the dropship just running by the observer not seeing that particular dropship. Great move there by Baby, or great luck, I should say. Great luck indeed, and Free, I don't think, suspects this at all. But if Baby drops here, he's going to accomplish nothing, because... Oh, okay, the probes transfer over almost just in time, but not quite. This was almost a brilliant maneuver by Baby. He managed to stop mining there and kill a few probes, but Baby with 2 more vultures in the main of Free's base, though. These vultures may be able to cause havoc, but Free already pulling his probes back. I don't think Free has suffered too many losses. He suffered some lost mining time, certainly. Free is going to be able to clear this out, I think, without too much trouble. He's cleared out the vultures in his main, and at the base here, at the 3 o'clock position, I guess this might be the 3:30 o'clock position. Regardless, in that vicinity there, Free has gotten Dragoons up the ramp and is going to be able to clean out the vulture harass there. I always wonder why the Protoss player doesn't just get a solitary cannon next to the Nexus, which would stop like 2 vultures without any sort of problem, which would, because the Protoss player having to demolish their own pylon blockade to get up that ramp. And that's much more costly than a single cannon. So I'm not quite sure why Pro House players are so parsimonious there with their minerals, and end up actually paying more for it at the end of the day in terms of lost mining, and of course killing your own pylon just to get into your own base here. Free trying to chase down this dropship, not going to be able to accomplish anything. Free suiciding his dragoons in the front bunkers, possibly. Okay, he didn't quite suicide. Free getting his army caught out in the middle here. These dragoons are taking massive damage from the siege tanks, and Free needs to be careful. He's lost quite a few dragoons there unnecessarily. So